Welcome to Sacred Space, which tonight has been pre-recorded, but hopefully you'll still be able to enter into this time of prayer and relaxation. Come among us, God, you who cast the planets into space and cradle the sparrow in her nest. Come, God, and meet us here. Come among us, God, you who bless the poor and the broken and stand by the sad and the strong. Come, God, and meet us here. Come among us, God, you who dance in the silence and shine in the darkness. Come, God, and meet us here. And so as we come into God's presence, we're going to begin by trying to still our minds and bodies, really rest in God this night. So begin by becoming aware of your body, how you're sitting, how you're lying, how you're kneeling. Be aware of how your body is feeling this evening. So let's begin by taking a long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and then slowly exhale. Just begin to allow any tension to melt away as you gradually relax more and more deeply with each breath. Take another long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it and then exhale. Empty your lungs completely with your out-breath. Take a third deep breath in. Take your time, hold it for a moment, and then let it go. Already you're beginning to drift into a deep state of relaxation. Continue to breathe slowly and gently. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head. Sense or imagine a feeling of relaxation beginning to spread down from the top of your skull. Let all the muscles in your forehead and temples relax. You may want to just sort of screw your eyes up for a minute and then let those muscles release. Allow your eyes to relax, your cheeks and your jaw soften. Let go of all the tension. Now this peaceful feeling flows down your neck, deep into the muscles in your shoulders. You may want to just gently move your head from side to side, slowly allowing all those muscles to soothe and release. Allow this peaceful feeling to flow through your arms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Let your hands rest open on your lap or at your side, ready to receive whatever God has to offer this night. As your body relaxes, your mind relaxes. Your thoughts become weightless, like wisps of clouds on the breeze. Now turn your attention to your back, the aches and the pains, and slowly allow this relaxing sensation to flow all the way down your spine. Peaceful feeling, flowing down your legs and your thighs, down to your feet, your ankles. Your entire body is soft, calm, and relaxed. Now return to focus on your breathing. Breathing in this moment, the here and now. Breathing out all that has been. Breathing in God's love. Breathing out all that we carry and need to let go of. We are here, God, in this moment, in this place. And we thank you that you are here with us. You know us, God. We do not have to pretend with you. In the silence of your love, we bring you the things that trouble us, that harm us, make us feel ashamed or afraid. God of all love, forgive us and help us to lay down our burden of regret. Lord, it is night. The night is for stillness. Let us be still in your presence. It is night after a long day. What has been done has been done. What has not been done has not been done. Let it be. The night is dark. Let our fears of the darkness of the world and of our own lives rest in you. The night is quiet. Let the quietness of your peace enfold us, all dear to us and all who have no peace. The night heralds the dawn. Let us look expectantly to a new day, new joys, new possibilities. We're going to spend time this evening with an examen, a way of praying and reflecting on the day in God's presence. We begin with thanksgiving, with attention and intention. And finally, we look forward. We begin by reminding ourselves that we are in the presence of God, in the presence of love. God says, "You are precious in my eyes and honoured, and I love you." How are you in your body? Let your body be before God. How are you in your mind? Let your mind be before God. How are your feelings? Let your feelings be before God. In God we live and move and have our being. And so we begin with thanksgiving. Let's give thanks for the presence of God in our humanity, in our physical, intellectual, emotional realities. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Give thanks for the reality of God loving and living in us and through us. And so we ask God to help us to see and understand how love has been working within you over this last day. Ask God's Spirit to enlighten and guide your thoughts. Begin to let yourself remember the last day. Let come what comes when you first hear these questions. Bring them before God. When did I feel best able to give and receive love? What caused in me an increase in faith, hope, and love? Where was I drawn to God? In fears, in joy, in pain, in creativity, in prayer, in liturgy, scripture, creation, in work or leisure, in family, friend, colleague, church, community, neighbour. Did I feel myself being nudged or prompted in any particular way? Out of all the experiences, is there one experience which I feel most grateful for? Relish these moments of consolation, of revelation. Give thanks. Now we look back with sorrow and regret. We look back again over the last day. When was I aware of God's presence? Where did I feel least able to give or receive love? What caused in me a decrease in faith, hope, and love? Where did I fail to respond to God's love at work in me? Without harsh judgment, just let yourself look at that experience. In the light of God's love, what would you like to say to God about that event an experience. And what does God want to say to you? Remembering that God never refused forgiveness and only longs to help you remove whatever hinders intimacy with God. Now coming back to the present, we hope for the future. What insight, revelation, grace do I receive from the experiences of this last day? What gift do I hold for the days and weeks ahead? What would I like to bring into the new day? Maybe find a word or a phrase or an image to represent what you'd like to bring into the new day. Keep that word with you in your heart over the next new day. God says to us, "This is what I shall tell my heart and so recover hope. The favours of the Lord are not all past. God's kindness are not exhausted. God's mercies are new every morning. Great is God's faithfulness. Yahweh is good to those who trust in God, to the soul that searches for God." Pray for the grace to move into this new day and week with love, faith and hope. For the grace to bring more of what gives us life. The grace to continue to recognize God in your daily life. A reading from the Bible, from the letter of 1 John. See what love the Father has given us, that we should be called children of God. That is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know Him. Beloved, we are God's children now. What we will be has not yet been revealed. What we do know is this: when He is revealed, we will be like Him, for we will see Him as He is. And all who have this hope In him purify themselves just as he is pure. One day or another, every human being asks themselves the question, who am I? Knowing oneself is one of the deepest aspirations of the human heart. And since faith never takes us out of the human condition, we as believers are not exempt from such questioning. But what is dangerous in this search for one's own identity are answers that imprison us, that keep us from growing, answers that inhibit a possible transfiguration of what we are. In order to know ourselves, St. John invites us to turn our eyes toward God. He's aware of the difficulty many Christians have in discovering the beauty of their lives, because those around them constantly misunderstand what they're all about. He writes, the world does not know us. And since we are all so sensitive to the opinions of others, our self-esteem is necessarily affected when we're misunderstood, where our intentions are distorted. Fixing our eyes on the love of God gives us in his constant presence and forgives us, in what helps us to understand who we are, God's beloved children, in the very same way that Christ is God's beloved Son. What can we do when the disparity between what we know from Christ and what we discover in our own lives seems insurmountable? There is only one way that brings us into a unity of life with Christ. That road consists in trusting that we are already what we shall one day be, even though it's not yet visible. There is nothing we can do to make ourselves like Christ, but whoever concentrates on the love God has for them and believes that that is what they already are, becomes it for sure. Open my life to you. I make space for your coming. I move from busyness to your stillness. I move from sounds to your silence. I move from insensitivity to awareness. I thrust out from land and look to heaven. I open my life to you, Lord. I open my heart to your love. I open my ears to your call. I open my eyes to your vision. I open myself to the risk. I open my life to you, Lord. may the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our door.
May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors. May
Good night, everyone.